Hey, I'm Andrew with Omaha Outdoors, and this is the Springfield Armory Hellcat. It's the latest in a succession of pistols from what seems like every manufacturer on the planet. It's a micro-compact 9mm. Each one that comes out from each different manufacturer has some new feature, and this one, the feature that it has is an 11-round magazine stock, and then this extended magazine, which it comes with, also holds 13 rounds, and that gives you a bit more of a pinky hold on the pistol there. All right. Our reviews are composed of 6 parts: accuracy, shootability, suitability, maintenance, abuse, and the nutshell. We start with accuracy because I said so. Now, normally when I'm talking about accuracy, I'm really talking about precision. People who are really hung up on definitions have yet to point that out to me. I'm kind of surprised. But in this case, I get to talk about accuracy. Accuracy being, in general terms, how close to my point of aim was the point of impact, whereas precision would be how close are repeated point of impacts to one another. In this case, I noticed when I was shooting steel targets that most of my shots were going to the left. I tried to kind of work through that. The classic excuse that we all give ourselves is the sights are off, can't be me, whatever. In this case, the sights were off. I then shot it on paper and I noticed my group was to the left. I then finally actually looked at where the sight was, how it was aligned, and lo and behold, the sights were off in the direction that would make the rounds go to the left. So there was my problem. And I think that was the source of a lot of my frustration when I was shooting the pistol, which brings me to shootability, in that I just wasn't really making a ton of hits with it. It was okay, I was doing all right with it, but not great. I think had I noticed that the sights were off earlier and corrected that, my complaints about the shootability of the pistol would be fewer. However, I'm still a bit bothered by it was, just really snappy. And just in general, I found myself at the end of a magazine, which the way I hold the pistol, I ended up riding the slide stop, so most of the time it wasn't locking back for me. I had a huge flinch, which took me a while to work out with I would stop and do some dry firing. Still kind of a problem for me. Suitability. What could I recommend this pistol for? Concealed carry. I really don't see it in any other role. If you want anything for home defense, I would recommend many other pistols before this one. This is really sort of a dedicated concealed carry pistol if you want maximum capacity in minimum size and you're willing to sacrifice other things. Maintenance. Okay, no parts breakages. The only issue that I would point out from a maintenance standpoint is that the sights were off. I've already talked about that. All right, abuse. I was not expecting this to pass the abuse test, not because of anything to do with Springfield Armory or XDs or any internet memes or whatever. I've actually found XDs to be very reliable. The problem is that micro-compact guns just don't do well in abuse testing. Sure enough, this one did not like the fine sand test at all, and unfortunately just wasn't. I think I got one or two rounds out of it, but mostly malfunctions. Wasn't surprised. Not holding it against the gun. Again, that's why I was going to recommend this for concealed carry only. There's no other purpose where I could see this being appropriate. All right, the nutshell. Not a bad gun by any means. I didn't like how when I switched between the extended magazine and the stock magazine, my point of impact seemed to shift. The way I held the gun seemed to shift. I really didn't like that. I didn't like that the sights were off, but I did like that it had no malfunctions in 500 rounds in just about an hour. I was really cooking through the ammo with this thing. It was all steel case. Slide was getting really hot. No malfunctions. Kept shooting. I do like the front sight. It's got a really nice tritium front sight, and then with a fluorescent outline. Love that. The rear sight is this U notch. It's an actual U shape with a big U in white, and I'm not totally sold on that. I think these sights are pretty outstanding for real close-up speed shooting, especially in low light. I think they'd be just fine for that. For anything else, not what you want. Overall, it's a good gun. I think if you're a Springfield fan, you're going to like it. For people who are not currently members of that tribe, I don't think you're going to see anything in this pistol or find anything in this pistol that'd give you a reason to defect from whatever tribe you currently belong to. Thanks for watching.